Hey guys, we're back. Episode 3 of Boleros podcast. I hope you guys have already subscribed to our channel. Just type Boleros PH on YouTube. As always, I'm here with Gab and Sam. Hey guys.
Hello.
Sup?
How are you guys today?
Ex-
Sleepy. Pagod na.
Bakit?
Bakit
Kaka-start pa lang,
naman?
sleepy ka na, Gab. Paano ba yan?
Pagod
Paano
na
yung mga fans mo?
kakanood ng basketball. Pagod na ako.
Sa dami ng games in a week, medyo na, na tayo. Nauumay na ba?
Oo nga. Nakita ko,
Dahil wag
Gab, may
naman
isa
ganyan.
tayong comment dun sa last video natin. I love you, Gablin. Yung kung sino yun.
Hindi ko alam.
Mga fans
But
yun.
thank you.
Fans of
Thank
Gablin.
you.
Shout out to the fans of Gablin.
Yes. Pag marami nang nag-a-ask at marami nang nagko-comment. But anyway, again, subscribe. Please like the video and click the notification bell para you guys are updated when we have our new episode up. So, round 1, we just wrapped up, as in fresh na fresh. Kakatapos lang ng game that ng UP versus ano to,
FEU.
FEU. And we're recording now, so very fresh news. But we'll start off this episode with our segment called Ballers versus Boleros. This is where we recap basically the winners and losers of the week. So we each pick one baller and then one bolero. So who wants to kick us off?
Go ahead, Sam. Or
Sige.
Dale.
Which
Go,
one
go, go.
do we do first? Baller or
Ballers.
Bolero?
Baller, yung let's start positive.
Ballers. Positive.
Sige. Ako, baller for the week. Actually, dalawa sila. Let's just put them under
Daya
baby-faced
ka.
assassins.
Bakit dalawa?
Baby-faced assassins. So si Tyler Tio, tsaka
Alam na yan.
ano yung Torres, yung sa FU. Ano first name
Si
niya?
Cyrus.
Cyrus Torres.
Cyrus Torres.
Sobrang they lost today yung FEU, pero how many threes did he hit today? Parang 5 ata eh.
5.
Tapos he had like a crucial 3 to keep the game
5.
close. And
Yes.
I think syempre nung Tuesday was the 8 3-pointer game. Tama ba? Tuesday was the 8 3-pointer game. And then Thursday,
Tuesday.
he hit like a couple of crucial threes against Adamson. So that was another heartbreaker for Adamson. So sa akin, he balled out the whole week. Same goes for I think Tyler Tio. Alam mo, pag close yung game sa Ateneo, parang papasok si Tyler Tio, tapos biglang 2 3-point shot, tapos meron siya laging up and under, leaning, buzzer-beating mid-range na pinapractice niya ata. Laging pasok eh. Kanina, he did the exact same move in the exact same position. Hindi lang, he missed it by like mga 0.2 seconds. Kung na-release lang niya earlier, it would have counted. So, these guys don't seem to miss. So, it's so fun watching them. I think they're the ballers of the week for me.
Just one comment about Tyler Teo. I'm so happy for him. If you remember 2 years ago, he was the backup point guard for Matt Nieto.
Right.
Then got demoted to third string point guard because SJ Bellingham was playing out of his mind. And he got little minutes, like less than 10 minutes per game during that undefeated run, that 16-0 season. And now he's outplaying SJ. Diba? I think you could say that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, parang mas nandun siya sa crucial minutes. Like, I mean, konti lang naman yung crucial minutes ng Ateneo. Pero yung mga, TVH.
Oh my God. But yeah, I think killer yun. I think that's what makes Ateneo formidable. Kasi you start off with SJ and then they don't hit the brakes eh. Paglabas ni SJ, pasok naman si Tio. Tapos minsan si Mamu comes off the bench. Kanina ata off the bench si Mamu. So, can you imagine? Parang papasok mo yung mga bench guys mo, tapos ang papasok sa Ateneo, si Tio at si Mamu. Hirap nun.
Hindi pa siya nakakamove.
Walang clutch minutes ang Ateneo. Oo nga.
Wala
That's
eh.
Well,
true.
that's a fair point. That's a
I
fair
mean,
point.
totoo naman.
Although,
Yeah, and
Gab, aminin mo, kinabahan ka this week, no? More than
kinabahan
once,
ako
kinabahan ka.
sa
More
NU.
than
Meron.
once.
Kinabahan ako sa
Di
NU.
ba 2
Sa
games? Para
2
di ba
games,
kayo 2
kinabahan
games
ka, nag-text
kinabahan?
ka sa amin eh. Oo nga eh.
NU lang, NU.
Hindi,
May
may,
NU.
may
resibo.
resibo, may resibo. Kinabahan ka sa UE.
Okay, fine. A little
Oo.
bit nung third quarter, nung humahabol
See?
sila.
Humahabol.
A
Halfway
little
ng
bit.
third quarter, di ba? Oh. Umamin naman siya. May resibo.
May resibo eh. Walang takas.
Iba.
Yeah, but yeah, Tyler Teo is playing out of his mind. And he's so calm, no? The the composer is well seen, and he just runs the offense. And actually, SJ can just chillax for most of the game while Tyler Tito is out there. Even si Padrigao is solid
Right.
when he gets spot minutes. So
Although limited lang yung minutes ni Patricam, no?
yeah.
So far. I think we lost Dale. Let's while we wait for her to join us.
So
ano sabi mo?
I'll go with
Sorry.
my ball. Sige, go.
Sige, go. Just to end, I think good point yung sinabi mo na calm si Tyler Teo. I think both of them actually. Kaya sabi ko, baby-faced assassins tong dalawa eh. Kasi, nakita mo ba si Torres kapag nakatira ng dress, parang kahit may bantay, hand on his face, tira, tapos walang reaction. Kanina lang.
Oh,
Parang,
but he had a reaction kanina.
Kanina, yung parang napangiti siya, parang yes, gano'n siya. But before that shot, I think, even yung sa Adamson, yung ano, so, sobrang gilas pala to eh. Parang nakita mo ba yun?
Yeah, he was gilas under 17, under 18.
Okay.
He was teammates with sina Kai Soto.
Okay.
And Dave Ildefonso back then. Yeah.
Sige.
Yes.
Ikaw, Gab, go ahead. Go ahead with your baller.
So I go with my baller of the week. I'm not gonna overthink this. I want to say Ateneo, but I try to avoid saying my school.
Wow,
Para di masyadong bias. I'm gonna go with with UP. Kasi now they've won 6 straight games and they've kind of figured out the rotation already of their players. Zave Lucero is playing out of his mind.
Right.
He's amazing. It's my first time to watch a full game of Zave Lucero aside from the Ateneo UP game, the first game.
That was his only bad game ata eh.
Yeah. So ever since then, he's balled out, and I think their guard rotation has already been solidified with Terence Fortea and si Maymay Kagulangan. Yeah, si Maymay Kagulangan. Actually, si Jerry Abadiano is now his minutes have been reduced.
May isa pa sila eh. Si
Alarcon.
Who played then minutes nung start pero ngayon parang nabawasan na rin.
Yeah, so you know what impressed me the most about Zave Lucero, Sam, is they barely run plays for him. As in yung play na to get him a shot, he just plays off of his teammates. Yeah, and para siyang if I were gonna have a comparison in the local scene, Mark Pingres with a 3-point shot, although he's not as consistent. He's a decent shooter, and he can stroke it. So,
and he makes it when it counts.
Yep.
Meron siya yung nag 3-point shot sa Lasal, diba? Like I think last 2 minutes or something.
I didn't watch that game, so okay. I'm gonna defer to you on that.
Okay, he had a crucial 3 na yun yung nagpalamang.
Yeah, but I'm so impressed with UP. They come at you from all angles, from all directions because they have so many weapons. They can have a CJ Cancino drive, then they can go to Richie. Terence Fortea can make a play. Then there's Zave Lucero. They can go to the post to Carl Tamayo. They have so many options, and they play off of each other. They're not selfish. Shout out to Bo Perasol and Kobe Paras.
ISO ball.
Yeah, they're not selfish. As in, they pass the ball, they make plays for each other, and they work hard on defense. So fun to watch UP. Of course, I've watched mostly highlights, but except for this game. But they're so fun to watch. I can't wait. It's probably gonna be the last game of the second round. I mean, sana last game ng
I'm not
second
sure.
round.
Wala pa tayong schedule eh.
Well, they usually naman eh. It's usually when they schedule the final game, the second round. It's usually the top 2 seeds from the first round. So I'm gonna expect an Ateneo versus UP clash in the final day of the first round. Perhaps UP can pull off the upset and stop the sweep, which I fully expect it. There will be a sweep.
Matutuwa
So
si
yeah.
Jill niyan.
Sana, but it's gonna be an exciting game, that Ateneo versus UP game, because they're both loaded with talent. They both play exciting basketball, exciting for Ateneo, but winning basketball, and that's what I love to see. And well coached. They're so well coached. They're so well coached.
Yung system din ni Goldwyn Monteverde really helps the team now. Kasi dati naman, talented na sila before. I mean, they had Richie, they had Kobe, Wright, one GDL.
Diba? There's so much
Manzo.
June Manzo. I love June.
Oh, that was such a talented team. Pero iba din talaga pag hindi ka na puro ISO ball. I think it's making a difference. Kasi mas nababalance out yung ano.
We keep on shitting on Bo Perasol in this podcast.
De, pero imagine mo, Richie Rivero had 0 points versus Lasal. And they still won the game.
And they still won. They're deep.
Deep.
Yeah, they're deep. They're deep. Anyone can score and make a play for them, which is a total opposite of some other teams.
Oh, hey, sorry about that. Medyo nagkaroon lang kami technical difficulties, but we have Dale back. So Dale, turn mo naman. Who's your baller of the week?
Ayan, dahil napili na daw ang UP as ballers of the week. Thanks, Gab. So kailangan ko lang din i-shoutout sa yung team ko. I mean, they're in my honorable mentions. Sinama ko si Diof, si Lucero, and Kagulangan. Super surprised with their performance. But anyway, you guys have discussed that. So for me, I'll choose a different parang approach for my ballers of the week.
Okay.
Nag-toss up ako kung ilalagay ko sila na bolero or ballers. Pero dahil doon tayo sa positive, I wanted to give a shout out to the new analysts that we've been hearing in the call. There are some na parang syempre, feeling ko at least may kulang pa, or that's why I wanted na bolero sana. Pero di ba, sino ba naman ako to call them out in how they analyze or in how they do the color commentating. So I just decided na ballers of the week na lang, and wag na natin pangalanan yung others. So for me, I've been enjoying hearing dapat ba may konting pigil. I-chat mo na lang, gano'n. So, I've been enjoying hearing Coach Willie Wilson, Isaac Go, and Jet Manuel. Those three for me have been balling talaga in the games that they have been calling. I think all of us would agree also na it adds kasi another like depth to the game, di ba? Kapag magagaling din yung analyst mo. Like ako, dami kong natututunan dun sa mga analysts that I'm watching in the NBA, di ba? So here in UAAP, I'm glad na even they're new in this parang industry, di ba? Most of them were in the court, now they're on the other side. So I'm super happy to hear their perspective. And ako na-enjoy ko rin lalo na kapag, dahil old UAAP players to, minsan may mga kwento pa si Willie Wilson na ini-inject na, nung panahon namin, ganito. Diba? So fun din siya. Very fun siya for
Without
me.
being toxic. No?
Yes.
You know how these old players or old timers can get, back during my time, we didn't have this time, we didn't do this.
Yep.
So they're being really positive. So
good point.
I like that.
Good point.
Ang talino na ng tatlo, no? Grabe, parang
yung tatlo.
Well, ang galing nila magsalita, ang talino.
Jet Manuel, I think, has more experience kasi than the others. So when he started out in back. Uh, what's the name of Studio 23? ABS-CBN Sports. No, he was already an analyst back then when he decided to retire. From the PBA, started out at TV. He was rough back then. Now he's better. So kudos to him, improving his commentating skills. Yeah, his craft. Yeah. So, and where's Larry Fonashare? Where's my boy? Come on.
Add mo siya sa next week. No. Pero for me kasi with Isaac Go, he's always been articulate nung player pa siya. Diba? Sa interviews, diba? Lalo na kapag player of the game or sometimes he's being invited to different shows ka eh. Minsan kahit medyo fun lifestyle shows na lang, diba? Na purely lifestyle type of interview. I've always found him very articulate talaga. So when I heard na he'll be anchoring and he'll be doing some of the commentary then for this season, nag-expect din ako and he delivered. So, ayun, those are my 3 ballers of the week. Ang ating mga bagong UAAP analysts.
Okay.
Sam,
no complaints on my end. Sobrang, I like the 3 of them. If you asked me also, Willie Wilson, yung I guess pinakamadalas ko manarinig, and si Jet Manuel, and I enjoy listening to them. Actually, gusto ko din yung combo of like having a veteran with like one of them also kasi it just iba yung dynamics. Kanina lang, I don't know if you were listening to the broadcast, pero parang lamang yung Ateneo ng like 17, tapos sabi ni Jet Manuel, Ateneo's lead is now 6.
Seven.
Tapos parang, wait lang.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't read the score. My parents are gonna kill me. I hope they're not watching.
So,
I was laughing.
Minor blooper lang for Jet, but so far so good for me. Yun lang naman.
Oh, aside from the analysts, I would shout out their partners. If one is the caller analyst, one is the how would you call him, the play-by-play, the play-by-play, the play-by-play announcer. I warmed up to Boom after all these years. Miko Halili is all right, but Nico Ramos is my favorite. I think he's now my new favorite. I love that they're all young. They get the references. They get each other's references, Nico Ramos quoted Dua Lipa in the FEU Adamson game on Thursday. And then Jet Manuel instantly got it and they laughed. And then si Nico Ramos has these nicknames. I don't know if you caught this during the FEU Adamson game. He nicknamed this guy from Adamson, si Cedric Manzano. Baby boy because of his mother's side, and then he stuck with it. He stuck with it even at the game.
Baby boy.
Yeah, baby boy. And then he stuck with it even in today's game against LaSalle. He called him baby boy. I'm like, wow. He really stuck with it. And I appreciate those side comments, their jokes, their references. It's a great, refreshing listen compared to the PBA. I have to say it. So sawa na ako sa mga commentator ng PBA. Those old farts need to retire. I'm sorry. My ninong is a play-by-play analyst, commentator for the PBA. I think he still is. I mean, he's good, but we need more refreshing voices on the call. So, refreshing. Shout out to the needs to improve guys, Dylan Nabavu and JV Castro.
Pinangalanan niya talaga.
Practice pa guys, practice pa. Kailangan eh.
Grabe kagkap. Grabe.
What a segue.
Talaga tayo.
To our Boleros of the week.
Okay, sorry about that. Another issue with our internet. Thank you, Philippine internet. Anyway, go ahead, Dale. So, sino ulit Bolero of the week mo?
Okay, I'm gonna make this quick. Bolero of the week. We have to give it to UE, I think. Winless record, so it's really hard to give them any props at this point. I mean, there were quarters na okay, but for me, what stood out this week is they had two games where they had single-digit opening quarters. Against NU, 9 points. Against FEU, 6 points. I cannot believe those numbers when I've watched the NU one, yung sa FEU nakita ko lang box score. Parang oh my God, intense. Ilang beses nyo hinawakan yung bola in like 10 minutes of play and have ilang field goals lang, less than 5 for both quarters. So, medyo masakit pero wala eh. I can't take away any positives from most of their games. From most I mean, from Ateneo, medyo kinabahan yung iba dyan. Lumaban, oo. Pero for the most part of the week, they're my Boleros.
Grabe, hindi ko alam na 6 points lang sila against FEU. I didn't even
first
know
quarter.
So no one's gonna mention the news that their coach got suspended,
Plus
adding to their Bolero of the Week award.
Good point. So it's not a good week for them.
I wonder what was said though.
There were some videos circulating eh.
Meron ba? Hindi ko nakita.
Really? I didn't see that. Well, I
Kasi
can't see a
namang
replay.
maayos na, yeah.
So
I expect. So ako like I'm not sure if that's the real one. Like I don't wanna go into it.
Yeah, true.
Because I'm wondering if this is just like if you remember the Australia-Philippines brawl that happened in the Philippine arena where Chot Reyes said hit somebody, put a body on someone. You know, as someone who's played basketball, coaches will really tell you to quote unquote hit someone just as a message to be more physical. You know, basketball is a contact sport. Sammy knows this. He's played basketball against me. He's taken a lot of elbows against me. It's physical. We hit each other on the court. So I'm just wondering.
Excuse me, ikaw lang. It's one way. Ikaw lang ang tumatama sa akin.
May nagko-contest. Meron nagko-contest po.
But yeah, I mean, maybe he just said to put a body on Richie, you be more physical with him. Pero I don't know if he really said na take out his legs or slide under him. Yun ang sigurong ibang kwento na.
As far as the video that's circulating, yun yung kino-contest ni coach na hindi naman niya sinabi yun. He said na papayag ba kayo na parang dinidisrespect kayo na hindi naman niya yan magagawa kung Lasal or Ateneo. That was pretty much his sentence. So ako honestly, I didn't take it na put a body on him, saktan, like i-hard foul niya. But well, even UE is doing their own investigation now. Other than
and UE suspended him for today's game. So I don't know. I feel bad for the guy. I mean, he's being painted as a, bad coach, bad person. I mean, I really want to know what he said. Hopefully, it wasn't to the effect of trying really to injure someone. I don't think a coach would do that. If even the meanest coaches don't tell their players to intentionally injure another player from the opposing team. So sad. And yeah, their play on the court is sad. It's just sad.
Consistent, no?
Yeah, I mean, they have this run and gun style, shoot a lot of threes. They just don't shoot enough. They just can't make enough of them, and their defense is bad. It's been a rough half
couple of
decade.
Weeks.
Not just couple of weeks, half decade for UE. They can't seem to recruit anyone significant. I mean, they're my who? Team of the year? Like, who? Sino yan? Because, we we don't know anyone from their team
That's true
because
though.
they don't have high level recruits or big high profile recruits. So yeah. So UE. So I think I'll go on with my
Yeah,
bolero of
go
the week.
Gab.
My bolero of the week. I'm not gonna overthink it. It's Adamson. Uh, grabe. I've
Hit
watched
sa puso.
I
Oh my
watched
God.
all of their games this week. More
Oh,
than
wow.
yeah, more than you. I'm because I'm leaning into that Jerome Lastimosa MVP pick. Even though
Double
it's
down, doubling down,
no, but they're
Gavlin.
exciting because they stick to it. They just go at you from all directions as well. They can have anyone contribute. Their problem is when they close, they don't have that second star. I was talking to my dad a while ago when we were watching the Adamson LaSalle game. When it got close, when LaSalle was making their run, the offense of Adamson was basically just, give Jerome Lastimosa the ball.
The
But
ball.
LaSalle was trapping. They were blitzing every pick and roll. They were trapping Lastimosa, so they were forcing him to give it to
Give up the
other
ball.
players.
Yeah.
And I swear,
To
I,
make
I
plays.
saw two shots, two possessions wherein they had to hoist up desperation shots because they weren't generating any offense. Again, he needs another playmaker on that team because the burden on him is so heavy. It's so heavy. Uh,
It's
there are times when,
predictable.
yeah, predictable, but he can find a way. But the thing is, once you've done it for how many games, you're gonna get scouted and they're gonna game plan for you. There were a couple of moments wherein Coach Nash brought him out of the game. Then the offense went nowhere.
True.
Who's their backup point guard?
Sa
Karulangan.
Bandal.
No, it's not Sabandal. It's a guy with a C.
Ah, yeah.
Anyway, he can't generate offense. He can't. No one on their team can generate offense other than Jerome Lastimosa, and it becomes so hard, especially when teams zoom in on him and then just trap him or force him to give up the ball. In that last possession, a while ago against LaSalle, I was shouting, "Give him a screen! Someone give him a screen! Don't just abandon him!" So they just abandoned him and it ended up at the Justin Baltazar block to win the game for LaSalle. Ang sakit ng mga talo ng Adamson. Buzzer beater kay RJ Abarientos, then now losing a 6-point lead to LaSalle in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game. They should have had those two games. They've only won one. Ah, our Adamson pick is exploding right in
If they
front of
only won.
us. If they
Ang
could
taas
have been
sana.
fourth or third if they
Yep.
won their close games.
Yeah. Parang
That's
ano
true.
na ata, they have 3 games with less than 6-point margin, less than 5-point margin, something like that.
Baka nga more eh. If I remember
I mean,
correctly,
just this week, di ba? Dalawa agad.
I'm
actually,
interested to see the plus minus of Jerome Lastimosa.
Lastimosa.
Yeah, like ano yung plus minus rating niya when he's off the floor compared to when he's on the floor. He's just no, they just fall apart without him.
yeah,
Ay, nako.
Kanina nga,
I
di ba, I was telling you guys, I'm trying to think of like what other motivational speech would Coach Nash give to his boys after all of these heartbreaking losses? Ang sakit talaga.
sakit
Ang
eh.
hirap.
It's
Kasi,
your job as a coach.
Whew.
Okay,
kasi,
anyway, Sam, what were you gonna say?
no. So, ako, ang bolero of the week ko, Adamson also. So, lahat ng games niya this week, I think, they were all close games and winnable games. So, they had who on Tuesday? Basta close, alam ko close game din yung Tuesday. Was it,
NU, I think. NU. I know.
hindi, UP
No.
or DLSU?
And
One of
no, it
those
was
Tuesday?
two
UP.
eh. UP, diba? UP and then
UP.
FEU And then
UP.
kanina pala DLSU. Those
DLSU.
are all winnable games. Against UP, it was a miss Lastimosa 3. He was guarded by Spencer, but he had a clean shot. Against FEU, it was also a Lastimosa game-winning shot that he missed.
Yeah.
Tapos kanina, it was he couldn't even get a good shot anymore kasi alam na nila past 2 games. Go to Lastimosa So alam nila, okay.
Someone set a screen!
Antayin mo lang si Lastimosa. So he had to give it up. Zaldivar had to throw the ball. Alam mo, napansin ko nga, if swinging lang ni Zaldivar to, I think that was Hanapi dun sa isa pang side.
On the opposite side.
Oo, libre siya But baka akala niya wala nung time. So he had to throw it up, na-block siya by Balti. So 3 straight games that they could have won if they had hit one more 3 or made one more play. But they didn't. So talo sila. So I think definitely Bolero of the week sila. Plus, I think I remember yung very first game nila against NU, they lost. Because they
Close
missed
game.
free throws.
Yeah,
Diba?
missed free throws.
They missed free throws. So that's 4 games they could have won. So imagine mo kung nanalo sila sa 4 games na yun. 5 wins
dapat
sila ngayon.
Yep.
Or 3 out of the 4, they would be what?
Yeah.
In the final 4.
And I think a stark difference to them, or I think ideal situation to compare them to would be FEU, because FEU have 2 playmakers. They have LJ Gonzalez and RJ Barrientos. And when one of them is getting trapped, blitzed, they can just
give it to the other.
They have a release valve. Yeah, if RJ is getting trapped, he'll put it to LJ, and LJ will make a play. As you saw earlier, they're both really good players. They can both get a bucket. They can both make drive and kick out to their shooters. They need one more guy. Adamson needs one more guy to make those plays. It can't just be Jerome Lastimosa. He's gonna get his, but it's so hard on him. So hard on him.
To be fair, wala ata yung dalawa nilang starters Or
si Fermin, diba?
Si Fermin tsaka si Manlapas. Manlapas injured So I think yung isa injured, yung isa may grades issue. So I think that's one of the reasons why it's hard to judge din yung team na to kasi it's not the team that they expected to field talaga. But that thing.
But you have to deal with the cards that you're dealt with, diba?
Exactly. So sayang, those are winnable games.
Yeah.
Wow, may grades issue pala sa Adamson.
Yun ang nabasa ko Gago ko ba?
May scoop.
Akala ko sa Ateneo lang kasi may grades issue So, wala. It's news to me.
Yes.
Iba talaga. So dahil dyan, mag-move on na tayo. Feeling ko kung saan pa mapupunta yung yung segment.
Go, Dale. Save us.
I shall. Okay. So we have a new segment, by the way, because we're also closing the first round. We thought of pitting both Ateneans against each other. Hindi naman about Ateneo questions lang. Obviously, we'll cover a lot of ground in this new segment. We like to call one-on-one bolahan with Sam and Gab. So, basically, guys, I will give them some things to debate on, and then they will only have 60 seconds to defend their answer or to tell us, bakit yun yung answer nila. Sam, Gab, kailangan nyo ba ng review or whatever?
Kaya na ba?
Tara na!
Let's go. Okay, so ready tayo ng timer natin.
12 years na kaming nagpa-practice ng bolahan sa school.
Ay, exciting. So, okay na pala, hindi nyo na kailangan ng practice. Okay, so the first few questions will be covering what happened during the first round. So, dapat ito fresh pa to. Okay, first, we'll give away parang hardware, awards for the first round. Who is your MVP of the first round? So, I'll start with Gab. You have 60 seconds.
Oh, this is a no-brainer. It's Ange Kwame. I don't think there's any argument to be made for any other player in the UAP. Uh, Ateneo is undefeated. They've beaten their opponents by a wide margin in each of their games. There was a nine. It was a single-digit win against UP, but you all know that was not a close game at all. Um, he's averaging a double-double. I think it's around 14 points, 13 rebounds with 3 block shots per game. He's the anchor of Ateneo. He's the only one to lead them in scoring twice because they've had a different leading scorer for each of their 7 games. Uh, he plays almost the entire game with the exception of garbage time, which
Last
is
10 seconds.
a very significant garbage time. And I think we finally have to reward winning in the UAAP because we can't just reward stats. UAAP, fix your criteria.
Sakto. Okay. Baka 3
Galing
seconds
ah.
over si Gab.
Galing ni Gab ha. Shit,
Pero
kinakabahan ako.
Ange Kwame, MVP according to Gab. Sam,
That's
who's your MVP for round 1?
Okay. Let me know pag game na.
Go.
Okay. So sa akin, ang MVP for round 1 should be no other than Zave Lucero. Bakit si Zave Lucero? The UP Fighting Maroons are on a 6-game winning streak and it's not surprising that Zave has been playing well in all those 6 games. I think he was best player in at least 3 of those games, maybe
4
even more.
including this
See?
one.
Exactly. 4 best player in 4 out of the 6 games. Kailan siya nagka-bad game, Dale? Nung first game against Ateneo and that's when they lost. That's how important Zave Lucero is. Na-mention ni Gab, sa Ateneo, they had different leading scorers in a lot of the games because Ateneo, it's really a system game. They don't need a superstar. They don't need an MVP. They will win the game. So if we're talking about MVP, the guy who really makes the most impact in their team, I think it's Zave Lucero. And we can all see in the stats that he has been making an impact in the team. Thank you.
Oh my God, I love it. Feeling ko talagang mag-aaway kayong dalawa.
Wait lang. We have to go back to this.
You have 60 seconds. You had your chance.
Hindi,
Let's move on.
I'm not gonna go for the Ange Kwame Zave Lucero. I just want to point out that the criteria for MVP is bogus. We can't.
That's true. I mean, may
Diba?
point ka
Hindi lang pwede stats. Hindi lang
Bakit nga
pwede
ganun? Like,
stats.
ever since ba ganun? I don't remember.
No. Well, I can't remember. But alam ko back in the day,
about it.
like in 2002, I think Mike Cortez was in terms of stats, he was the MVP. But Enrico Villanueva won it because, you know, the eye test and everything, media members loved him, and it was his final year. But ganon. I don't know what happened, but we can't just base it off stats. Anyway,
so iniba nila. Okay.
Iniba nila.
Okay, so that's for another episode. Merong episode po tayo na puro mga reklamo namin sa how the system is run. But I love those picks. Yay! Zave Lucero. Grabe. Shout out to my guy. Okay. Next. So for this one, unahin natin si Sam. You have 60 seconds to tell us who your Rookie of the Year is for round 1. And let's go.
For me, Rookie of the Year, Jan Felicilda. I think sobrang solid niyang player as a point guard. You know, a lot of people left NU, diba? I think the entire starting 5 or 3 out of the 5 starting 5 ng NU juniors who went to NU supposedly left for UP and the coach even left for UP. Pero NU has surprised everyone, including the 3 of us. We didn't expect them to play this well and I think a big reason for that is Felicilda. He plays really good defense. He anchors the offense. And this guy is just really not scared of anyone. Ateneo, Lasal, sino man kalaban niya, he's not scared. He really makes a big impact sa team. He does everything well, even on defense, and he really carries that entire NU team. He may be a rookie, but he may be a rookie, but he's definitely the leader of the team for me.
All right. Thanks, Gab. I think Sam. Okay, Gab, are you ready to take your pick for Roy for first round?
Okay, again, we don't have to overthink this. Sam overthought it. It's RJ Aparenos. Although I'm not sure how you consider yung rookie of the years now because they've all been 1 year of college already or whatnot. None of them are straight out of high school. But yeah, it's RJ Aparentos. He's putting up the numbers. He's hitting the big shots. He has all the usage in the world to work with. Uh, the only, I guess, argument you can have against him is that they're not living up to expectations. They're not winning as much. But yeah, I mean, he's so watchable. Have you seen his passes? Have you seen his flashy passes? The way he runs the pick and roll. I don't know if that's Osenacela or his dad or the coaching of Tab Baldwin from Gilas. But he's running that pick and roll so well. He's driving so well. He's making plays for others. He has a complete game. Siguro, another thing that we can nitpick about him is he gets taken advantage of on defense. Maybe mainly because he's pretty small. So it's RJ.
I mean, he more than makes up for his size.
But
And
by the way, nakakatawa na pala ko kanina yung interview niya, I think sa commercial. Tapos parang, what's your go-to move? Tapos sabi niya, game-winning shot, tsaka game-winning pass. So, I think talaga siya, mahilig siyang pumasa. Like, playmaker talaga yung...
Flying A. He got it from his dad.
Flying A.
Siguro. Hindi niya ata dad si Johnny. Tito lang niya. Tito niya.
Or whatever. It's in his genes.
Basta nasa apelido.
Oo. Basta legit siya. Yun.
Oo. Nananalay tayo yun sa kanyang dugo. Okay. Because we're good on time, let's try one more award for round 1. So, sixth man of the year. Kailangan niyo bang
Teka, isipin ko muna. Sino bang off the bench sa mga sa teams?
Uy, marami. Mike Phillips from LaSalle is off the bench.
Talaga ba? Hindi ko.
Oo.
Yung may pick na ako.
Ako na mag-feed no.
Ako na!
Hindi. Anyway, si Gab naman una.
Do you need more time, Sam?
Hindi, go lang.
Iba siya. Mauna talaga si Gab.
Maghanap
okay,
na lang
Gab.
ako. Hindi ako sure. Baka mapili ko yung kay Gab. So si Gab na muna.
Sige. You have 60 seconds, Gab. Go!
Oh, again, I think it's Mark Nonoy, sixth man of the year. He's coming off the bench behind Deshaun Winston and Evan Nelly. And he's just a spark plug. I think it's the same role he had with UST. He comes off the bench and just shoots and runs and creates all sorts of havoc on the floor. He hits logo threes. He's probably the only one who does it aside from Jerome Lastimosa. But I think he's the flag bearer of logo threes in the UAAP, and he's just so fun to watch. He swings the game in LaSalle's favor. He plays crunch time minutes. So Mark Nonoy, from Rookie of the Year to Sixth Man of the Year, if only there was an award like that, we would give it to him. Mark Nonoy. Love that guy. Although, he has to slow down though sometimes.
Talagang pag nakuha niya na yung bola, talagang blitz talaga siya sa kabilang
He has to learn to slow down sometimes.
Diba?
Know when to speed up, know when to slow down.
Coast to coast siya lagi.
Because sometimes it harms his team when he jacks up transition threes or makes quick decisions that lead to a turnover. Anyway,
may decision making pa na improvement
na kailangan. To be fair, second year pa lang naman siya, diba? So I think he'll learn to pace himself as he grows. Okay naman din yung coaching ni Pumarin. So I think he'll learn naman from LaSalle also.
Okay, so Sam, meron ka naman napili?
Yes.
Interested with Sam's pick.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Ako, nag-mind games na ako kay Gab eh.
Tyler Teo ba to? Tyler Teo ba to?
Yeah, you know it.
Okay, 60 seconds.
Okay, game. So, I don't know, bakit pa natin ito pinag-uusapan? For sure, it's Tyler Teo. We just talked about him kanina. This guy, Tab will just pull this guy from the bench, ask him to clean up the mess of the starting lineup kasi tinamad yung starting lineup or not into the game. Tyler, do you just clean up this mess? We've seen it against FEU. He comes in, he'll score 17 points in a quarter. He did the same thing today. Came in, hit back-to-back threes agad. He just makes good plays good defense, and when he has the ball, it's going to be a good thing for Ateneo. Whether he's going to make a play or he's going to hit the three. Grabe talaga eh. Kahit may mga sidestep, step back siya, fake, kahit anong bantay ibanto mo sa kanya, sure ball eh. Pasok. He's such a steady hand this year. So I think grabe yung impact ni Tyler. I think he top scored again today. So
He did.
No-brainer, Tyler Teo, 6th man of the year for me.
I can't believe I picked Alasalista and you picked Natanista.
Yes. Ako parang, sino to?
I feel like kailangan si Sam manalo dun sa round na yon. Kasi parang naisahan tayo dyan.
Nice. Kinabahan ako. Buti sinabi mo si Phillips Dale kasi pumasok sa utak niya. No.
Oo nga eh.
Hindi, instantly pang sinabing off the bench, yung Mark Nonoy.
Mark Nonoy nga.
Totoo naman.
To be fair,
deserve naman.
Tsaka ang hirap eh kasi parang ang daming changing lineups. Like alam ko si Lucero was off the bench before.
Yes, the first 2 games if I'm not mistaken. And then I reviewed, I think, itong last 3 nila where he was also player of the game in all those
Starter na siya, diba?
Starter
parang
na
naalala
siya.
ko siya na yung nagjo-jump ball eh. Tapos,
Yep.
And then Mamu. 6th man ba si Mamu? Kasi kanina,
considered ba? Pero
he's
off the
always
bench
been a
siya lagi.
6th man.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Pero sure ako kay Tio. Kaya...
I was surprised na no one picked Mamu for this. Kasi parang I thought mag-aagawan kayo sa kanya for...
He doesn't get the numbers though. Well, he did
game.
for the last game. But he's more of you get him in there for defense and all that. It's rare that you get scoring out of Mamu. And the 6th man of the year is usually the guy who scores the most points off the bench.
How many years pa playing years si Mamu?
Last na ata.
Last year na ba niya?
Technically, it's his 4th, but
So meron pa siyang one more. Kawawa naman kami. My God.
I think he has one more, but if I were him, yung tama na pag-aaral, Mamu. Trabaho na tayo. Diba? Gusto mo ba mag one more year of masters? Wag na.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure. Parang nabasa ko nakasama siya sa graduating batch. Definitely si Tio graduating na. But I'm not sure.
Tyler.
Yeah. Okay. So, syempre, if we're giving a shout out, I mean, something similar to our Boleros versus Boleros. Meron din tayong, I guess, biggest bust or biggest disappointment for us. Hopefully, players. Let's keep it to players. Like, biggest disappointment for the first round. Maybe someone, di ba, na parang medyo overhyped. And
JV Castro is a player.
Okay, playing on the court right now. Someone we've seen on the court the past 2 days, ganun. Okay, as in players lang tayo dun sa biggest bust natin. Sam, ikaw uunahin ko dito. For 60 seconds. Let's go.
Biggest bust for me for the first round, this is tough. But I'm pwede bang players? Pipiliin kong bust na players si nakalimutan ko na. Fortea and Abadiano. So I expected a lot from the 2 guys coming from the NU superstar team. Tamayo has done really well, has been solid for UP, but I feel like kulang pa yung contributions ng 2 guys. Especially, I guess, like Abadiano. I know he got injured, so baka yun lang yun. But they've been outplayed by Maymay. So I think I wasn't expecting that. Although MVP nga naman si Maymay, pero I think there has to be parang a lot more that they can do for UP. Just coming from the Goldwyn Monteverde system. Dapat gamay na nila yun eh. Sanay na rin sila dun sa system na yun. So they should have been able to adapt. So I'm still looking for for them to sort of like make an impact in the seniors division. So I think for me, for the first round, sila yung biggest disappointment ko.
Alright, ikaw Gab, isa lang ba or marami din bang players ang naka-disappoint sa'yo?
No, I'll have one, and I think it's kind of unfair that I'm saying this because he hasn't been on the floor this much. But for me, I'm gonna have to go with Troy Malilin of Ateneo.
Ouch.
Yeah, now I'm picking an Atenista for most disappointing. I'm losing this. Anyway, he's disappointing because I thought that he would crack the rotation this year. This will officially be his third year. Well, fourth if you count the season off. But this is his third year playing in the seniors division, and it's always been garbage time. I thought that with the graduating of 30, Mike Nieto, Matt Nieto, Isaac Go, he'll have some minutes there. And I think we saw from the Champions League and the games after the UAAP season 82, he had some moments and he was playing big minutes. So logically into this season, I thought that he would, maybe shift to the three, back up David Defonso or back up Rafi Verano at the four spot. But that hasn't been the case. He's still stuck on the bench, and he's been leapfrogged by Josh Lazaro and Chris Kuhn. BJ and the return of BJ Andrade also hurt him. And
Oy, Gab, time na.
well, yeah, yun. And well, I just wanted to say that
But
I guess
agree, yeah.
this highlights the very difficult transition of being a big man in high school, transitioning to the senior game of being a smaller guy and you have to play on the perimeter. Well, people could make the argument that well, Mike Nieto did it. Yeah, but he's more the exception than the rule. I could name a bunch of high school big men who have flopped in the college game. Mark Dyke, for example, dominant big man in NU, yeah, and came to LaSalle, couldn't even get on the court because he was a big man and didn't have guard skills. Uh, Bacon, for the most part, could not get it going in the seniors division. Uh, Ken Baracoso, sorry, just couldn't get it going. And same thing with Troy Malilin, I guess. He played big in high school. Now he can't get on the floor. He's too small to become a big man. And apparently, he doesn't have any guard skills. So
parang nasa purgatory sila of anong posisyon na ilalaro nila.
Yeah. Pretty tough.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, good point. I just didn't want to pick him. I feel so bad for him.
Parang kita-kita ko yung lungkot ni Sam doon.
Why? Wala na
I'm not gonna feel bad. It's true. I mean, and he's not injured. I mean, he's still playing. He plays garbage time. So, it's just sad. It's sad, but we gotta say it straight. Next question.
Let's move on, Dale. This is too sad for me.
Oh my God, it's sad din yung next question ko because we've already wrapped up round 1 of matches, diba? So for round 2, these are the things that hopefully will be exciting for everyone then to watch out for when round 2 starts. So I want you guys to debate on which team will have the best chance to give Ateneo its first loss. Assuming na hindi nila masisweep ha. Kasi yun pa rin yung pick ko na hindi nila masisweep yung
Wow.
So, team with the best chance.
Ito yung mahirap dahil dalawang Atenista yung tinatanong mo eh.
That's why it's fun to ask these questions.
Madali lang.
Bawal mag-answer ng wala. Kayong dalawa feeling ko. Okay, so unahin natin si Gab. Gab, you have 60 seconds. Let's go.
Best chance, I'm gonna give it to my baller of the week, the UP Fighting Maroons. I think with the talent and the system they have in place, they have the personnel to do it. They have the heart to do it. They have a lot of weapons. And the fact that they play them in their first game, I think they have changed a lot. They've figured out a lot of the things that they've had to figure out. And I just saw the schedule. It's the last game of the second round. So we're getting somewhere here. This is just like when LaSalle was wanting to sweep and Ateneo won the last game. It's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be an exciting game. Are you watching, Sam? Dale, are you watching? We we gotta watch
Live?
Ateneo UP live. Kaya ba natin?
Alam mo, sobrang
Parang hindi
naiinggit,
ko ata
honestly.
kaya yun.
Sobrang inggit na ako dun sa
Pero-
mga fans. Oh my God, when I heard UP fight live, well, I mean, through the game, nakakainggit. But I didn't know that, na sila pala yung last game sa round.
Yeah,
Sorry,
They
we
just-
were talking about it kanina nung nawala.
Okay, wow.
they just posted the
Schedule
second
na.
round sked.
That is so exciting. That feeling ko yun yung game to watch talaga for this whole round. Oh wow. Okay. UP fight. Let's go.
Pero ang
Okay,
tunay ko-
Sam.
Pero ang tunay ko sagot wala. Pero just saying.
Fine.
Okay.
So just to answer this, okay, UP fight. Tatanggapin natin yan.
Okay.
Sam, how about you?
Okay. Best team to beat Ateneo is Ateneo themselves. Kasi
I-mute na ba natin? I-mute na ba natin to? I-mute na natin to.
you know, past few games.
Ito ang tunay na bolero!
Past few games.
Ito po ang Bolero of the
muntik
Week,
na
Sam
muntik
Santos.
na they kept it close with NU, UE, and actually even UST.
I hate your
Spartan.
answer so much.
Kasi, mahirap na pag may streak ka, playing not to lose ka.
Wala akong naiintindihan na. I hate this answer so
Teka,
much.
question. Team bang Ateneo? Team ang Ateneo, di ba? Sabi mo, best team to
Oh
beat
my
Ateneo. Sabi mo, hala, may piliin kang team. Ateneo ang pipiliin kong team.
Pwede ba i-kick out na?
Hindi.
Heard in a podcast, I'd be cursing you so bad.
Hindi. But in all honesty, I guess Gab's a good point, UP, but definitely LaSalle also has like a strong case. Obviously, it's Ateneo, LaSalle. They always play well. Whether LaSalle yung championship contender, Ateneo yung dark horse, Ateneo will always play to the level of LaSalle. Vice versa, if Ateneo is the championship contender, LaSalle is medyo dark horse, LaSalle will rise up to the level of Ateneo. It's always an important match for both teams. So I think LaSalle has a big chance. And, LaSalle is number 3, diba? So they kept it close nung first round. I'm sure they want to get a game from Ateneo, break that streak. And they're starting to gel also. They have, they're solidifying their rotation. Si Motor Mike has been a solid player for them. He's learning. He's just 19, I think. So as the game goes, he's going to develop more. And it's the start of the second round. So I think medyo fresh pa yung win ng LaSalle today. They go into the game with momentum and wanting to sort of establish their ranking din since natalo sila. Third place na sila ngayon. So I think motivated din LaSalle to win this coming Tuesday.
Sana in person tayo, Sam, kasi
Bumawi na siya.
Yung-
Sumagot na siya.
yung kung sinagot mo yung Ateneo itself, sure yung binatuan na kita ng mic or something.
Pero legit, yun yung
Also, to
nasulat
be
sa
fair,
notes.
I think Sam has raised points din kanina when he was trying to explain that Ateneo will,
No,
diba?
just to close that that discussion. Parang for me lang there were moments nga na kinabahan ako, 'di ba? This week for Ateneo against like NU and UE. And
Some of
actually
their halves, no? Some of their first halves.
after those 2 games, sabi ko pwede tayo talunin ng UST kasi if UST is hungry, si Fontanilla, sobrang this guy doesn't stop din eh. This talagang todo laro to. Tapos Sherwin Concepcion, tira ng tres yan eh. So, kinakabahan ako if they don't execute. So, buti na lang actually, even to the game today, tinambakan nga, but we didn't execute well nung end of the game. So, it's really Ateneo's kicking themselves when they don't
Yeah,
get to execute.
they have their bad habits. They have
Yun
their
nga
bad
eh.
habits.
And I think Tab knows that, di ba? Sabi niya, we're a good team, we're not a great team. We didn't get a preseason. So, even with Tab, di ba, he has a bunch of new players. Hindi pa solid yung system. It's not like the era of like 30 and the Nietos na ilang years na nilang pinagdaanan yung training with Tab. So, you know, they could definitely lose this season, I think, if they're not careful.
Great picks, guys. So, to close our one-on-one bolahan, para medyo light lang naman yung ating last question. If you can pick a pair of like the anchor or the play-by-play commentator and the analyst, who would you like to hear during the finals?
Is this hypothetical or from
Hypothetical.
from who we've
Yep.
heard in the first
Yes.
round?
Yes. So, yung mga current lang, huwag tayong kumuha ng mga taga-NBA. Yung mga, ano lang, medyo may possibility mangyari. Let's see. So, Sam,
Ako una ata.
go
Yeah.
first.
Okay, so I really like the combination of like a young guy and a more established veteran. So I think for this one, I'm gonna go Miko Halili and Jet Manuel. Maganda yung banter nila, maganda yung chemistry nila. I didn't know na, I forgot that Jet Manuel already did some commentating before. So baka may chemistry na rin siya with Miko Halili. It was really, yun nga, I mentioned kanina, it was a really, I think sila yung sa Ateneo, so it was a really funny exchange yung nagkamali sa math si Jet. So, ako, I like Miko Halili's Tito jokes din. He embraces that vibe. So, I think maganda din
Brand
yung
niya na
balance.
talaga.
Oo, maganda talaga yung balance like ni Miko with like Jet, who's, relatively young, but medyo graduate na rin. So, plus, if we could get like an Ateneo Lasal, si Jet would be commentating on his brother, di ba? If we get an Ateneo versus UP, he would be commentating on his former team. So I think maganda yung angle na yon with Jet having like insider info on like those other teams. Syempre, we assume Ateneo na yung magpa-finals just basing on the standing.
Yeah.
But yun. So for me, Miko and Jet, I think gusto ko yung banter nila.
Go, Gab.
Okay, so I'm gonna go this two ways. So first, by the play-by-play, my mind wants to pick Nico Ramos because I've enjoyed listening to Nico Ramos, and he's funny. But my heart wants to go to Jude Torquato. I don't know. You guys, you probably weren't watching the UAPs back in the early 2000s, but I was. I still have the DVDs of all. Yes, I still have the DVDs of that 2002 championship team of Ateneo. And I grew up listening to Jude Torquato. His kaboom is iconic. And I haven't heard him yet this season, but in a big game, I want to hear Jude Torquato go crazy. On the mic, on the call, as to who I would pair him with, I like Isaac Go. I think he's the talagang puro Atenista tinipick na. Wait, Atenista ba ata si Jude? O ata. And anyway, si Isaac Go, I think he analyzes games pretty well. He improved from his first game. He now goes back and forth with his play-by-play partner, whether it be Boom Gonzalez or whether it be Bea Daez. So I like Isaac Go. Homer pick, but I enjoy listening to him. And he calls out the actions, he calls out the plays, he knows what the other team is running. So it's great to listen to him. So Jude Torquato and Isaac Go. I'm not sure how they would pair together or how they interact. I still think that One Sports will put Boom because he's
either Boom or Miko probably.
It's probably gonna be Boom calling the finals. He's boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't go wrong there. I mean, napag-usapan na natin yung mga top picks natin kanina. So, I love Isaac, Willie Wilson, Jet. So, I'm fine with any of them actually.
As long
Watch
as
old
Ateneo yung nasa
UAAP games of
finals.
Jude
Correct.
Torquato.
Tama,
calling me.
tama. As long as Ateneo nasa finals, I don't care sino man yung mag-commentate. You can put your, I'm not gonna name
JV
names.
Cash.
You can post the worst commentators there. I don't care. Basta champion Ateneo. Yun lang importante.
Ilalagay natin si Dylan dyan. Magko-compare siya nung this player reminds me of.
Actually, maganda yung mga ganong comparison yun.
Wag naman 40 minutes na puro ganon. Wag naman. Anyway, thanks so much guys for giving your takes dun sa one-on-one balahan natin. Pinawisan. So
I like that.
basically,
We should have more of these things.
Sure. Marami pa tayong episodes. Round 1 pa lang naman. So, I guess now is the best time to recap our standings. Ano siya talaga? Anong tawag doon pag sa baliktad? Palindrome. If you notice our ranking. First, Ateneo 7-0. Clean sweep for the first round. My UP Fighting Maroons with a 6-game winning streak. 6-1. LaSalle is coming in at third at 5-2. NU 4-3. And then ito na yung kabaligtaran ng first four na yon. FEU standing is at 3-4 right now. UST with 2 wins, 5 losses. Adamson with 1 na dapat may asterisk, feeling ko. 1-6.
So sad for them.
And then UE Red Warriors, the bad kind of sweep, 0-7. That's where we're at right now in terms of our standings after the first round. Very grueling schedule, I would say, not just for the players, but even to us, fans who watch the games.
Nakapagod.
Medyo mahirap po siya. But it's been an exciting third week of UAAP compared to the first. Grabe yung games this week.
The competition has leveled up.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So many close games.
Yeah, it was so fun to watch. And it was so fun to finally hear the cheers and the boos and the yells of all of the fans inside the arena. So hopefully we'll continue with this level of excitement and this level of competition as we enter the second round starting next Tuesday. We have 4 games again. First game would be NU versus UP, FEU Adamson, UST UE, and nightcap would be second game of Ateneo and LaSalle, the matchup.
Here we go.
May picks ba kayo? Siyempre, wag na nating tanongin yung parang Ateneo.
May picks ba kami sa Ateneo versus LaSalle?
Malay ko lang, baka naman may gusto kayo maging controversial. But let's see what will happen. But that wraps up our third episode of Boleros PH. Sam, Gab, meron ba kayong shout-outs that you wanted to say before we end?
Gab, to your fans, to our subscribers, your fans.
To my fan, to my lone fan, I love you too.
Ayan.
I love it.
Mutual. The love is
mutual. Re-replyan natin yan.
Maybe they can comment on what they want to hear, for the next... it's gonna be Tuesday, and then the next game day will be the next Tuesday after Holy Week. So we have time to cover other topics if you guys want.
Yeah,
we've done like 3 segments na iba-iba. Baka may favorite kayo dun sa mga ginawa namin.
Or suggestions.
Or
segments that we can do. Game yan.
That's true.
But yeah.
If you have some burning questions also na gusto nyong pagtalunan namin, let's do it.
Actually, we'll keep everyone posted. We'll see what we'll do this week. Kasi Tuesday lang eh. So, maybe we can do something different since isang day lang yung games. Pag-usapan na lang muna namin. But thanks again for listening.
Yes, papag-usapan natin yan. Again, just type in Boleros PH YouTube. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Bye guys. Happy weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Woo-hoo!
See you.